Okay, so the exhaust on the SLC is very straightforward because there's really not much of it. This is a LS7 block, but all the LSs are laid out the same way. I've got factory GM LS7 manifolds, which I cut off the flange. You can barely see it down there. Sorry, there's not a great angle here. I'll try to put some pictures in later if I can figure out how to do that. And so what I did was cut apart a 90-degree bend and split it and added a spacer in there to take the oval shape of the LS7 manifold to a 3-inch round pipe, and then curve it back up at a 45-degree angle to then go up over the axles. So you've got the O2 sensor bung welded in there, the one that came with the GM ECU. So then I've got, again, factory LS7 cat converters on both sides, which I just welded up some heat shields on to protect the wiring and bolts and everything else. Another 45 bend coming off of there that I put some heat wrap on into these are Flowmaster Dbx mufflers. If I remember correctly, they're 7-inch in diameter. And then I haven't finished up the tips yet. Obviously, the body's not on yet. So in order to fit those guys in there, I did have to move the inner supports for the frame here inboard. It was about I think between a 1/4 and 1/2 inch, somewhere in there, that I had to cut them and re-weld them in there. But they fit great on the passenger side. You've got just a little bit of clearance, enough for the shift linkage, so it clears all right. And I just made muffler brackets out of some stainless that I cut into strips, wrapped around the muffler with a little homemade clamp down there, and I just hooked them into the frame braces there. So that is it for the exhaust. Oh, the other thing is I just added several heat shields. Some of those I did beforehand, some of those I did after I did some dyno runs and figured out what melted. So this one here, just to protect the shock from getting too hot from the pipe. These mufflers stay really cool. I mean, like, they're cool to the touch even after running it on the dyno. But the pipe, even with the wrap, that's freaking hot. This shield in here to protect the shift cables, even with the heat shield on the cables, gives it a little bit extra. And then, like I said before, the cat shields here, heat wrapped the harnesses over here. That's taillight harness and the engine harness. And then down, it's hard to see, but I've got, this is my dry sump feed line, and the oil thermostat. Those are protected by another heat shield, just because they're kind of close to the, well, not kind of, they're extremely close to the bend of the exhaust pipe over there. So sorry for the bad video quality, but there you go. All right.